Hello, everybody. How are you this morning? I am just so excited. We're starting on Gender Week. All you former gender students, you know I'm going to hold you highly accountable for this week. This is an important week. You know, I only have one child, so I'm not, so I play favorites because I only have one child, right? So I could probably not have two because I would like one more than the other. And so that's how I feel about this module. um, I really love this topic. Like gender is something that gender is overrated. It's absurd. It's a social construct. It's all sorts of things. I mean, it's not absurd, but the ways in which it embeds in our reality and like defines so much of what we do is something that we barely ever kind of consider. And so, um, to be able to think about it for a minute, I mean, we only get a week in this class, but I recommend you study gender to a larger degree because it shapes everything. It shapes everything. It shapes our politics. It shapes our life outcomes. It shapes how we walk through the world, what our expectations are, what we're able to do and not do. And it's an ascribed status, which means it's something that we didn't necessarily choose. Sometimes we can choose to shift genders through different means, but for the most part, whatever we're born into is kind of what shapes us at first, and then we kind of make sense of the world based on how people perceive us. And often it has very little to do with what we're capable of, and more so what society has kind of told us we can do. So there's my little 2 cents on gender, but I have a lot on this module because it's a module that I feel like you need to devote some important energy to. So look at it all, please. You can see it all. There's a lot. You're going to watch Straight Laced. You're going to think about other things in relation to gender. I want you to watch the Masculinity TED Talk. I want you to think about gender neutral stuff. One of the things that my student club did a couple years ago was work on the gender neutral bathrooms along with like the administration to kind of make it feel like it felt like a safe place. For those of you that understand that bathrooms can be a scary place if others are potentially a risk to you, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, educate yourself. Talk to a classmate. Maybe bathrooms could be a good discussion on the discussion forum this week. I don't know. I'll just be excited to see what you guys put out there. Obviously, besides what I'm asking you to talk about. So anyways, gender. So you know who you are if you were in my gender class. I don't need to name names. I won't do it. But I will be expecting you to come with some good posts. No pressure. Everyone else, I'll expect you to come with some good posts too. All right. So keep thinking about this stuff. Question your own behavior and think about why you do what you do. And then think about if gender has anything to do with it, right? Why do you sit the way you sit? Why'd you pick out those clothes? Why do you eat what you eat? Like weird stuff, but think about it. And then if it's like, oh my God, this is so fascinating, and you didn't take my gender class, take my gender class. It's a good class, I promise. Not to like be braggy, but it's mostly you guys that make it a good class. So anyways, I'll stop now. I had a lot of coffee this morning. All right, go post, go learn, go live. Take care.